The old bus screeched to a halt, dust swirling in the air. After 10 years, Marco was finally home. He walked the familiar path, heart pounding, backpack heavy with gifts and dreams for his mother, ailing Rosa. He pictured her in the concrete house he'd worked so hard to provide. But as he rounded the bend, his smile faded. The same old hut stood before him, weathered, patched, fragile. Confusion and dread filled him. Had he taken the wrong path? No, this was home. His mother appeared in the doorway, older and smaller than he remembered, but her eyes lit up with joy. "Marco, anak, you're home," she cried, embracing him. He hugged her, tears stinging his eyes, but the crumbling hut loomed behind her. Inside, nothing had changed. Uneven bamboo floor, rickety furniture, a single dim bulb. Marco wanted to ask where the money had gone, but the words stuck in his throat. How could he question his mother on his first day back? The joy of homecoming was clouded by a painful mystery. The dream he'd built for a decade seemed to have vanished into thin air. The desert heat felt as real as the humid air around Marco. At 22, he left for Saudi Arabia, driven by a promise to give his mother a better life. He worked construction, enduring long hours and harsh sun, every drop of sweat for her. He skipped meals, saved every rial, and imagined her in a sturdy home with a garden. Her photo in his wallet was his fuel. Konting tiis na lang, nay, malapit na. He worked double shifts, lived frugally, and missed every family event. His only connection was through expensive calls and choppy video chats. "Nay, kamusta na po ang bahay?" he'd ask. Always, she'd reassure him, "Okay naman, anak, mag-ipon ka lang." He trusted her completely, never asking for proof. He sent money for land, then for the foundation, then for the roof. In his mind, the house was rising, brick by brick. He imagined his siblings helping, the family united in building their future. He never doubted his mother's word. The dream was so vivid it felt real, but reality was waiting for him at home. Every remittance was a ritual for Marco, a piece of his life sent home. He'd fill out the forms, imagining his mother's joy, picturing her shopping freely, finally able to rest. Each transfer was a building block. Nay, this is for the hollow blocks. Nay, this is for the roof. He tracked every peso in a notebook, the total growing into millions. Surely it was enough for a mansion. Back home, Aling Rosa would collect the money, her hands trembling with the weight of her son's sacrifice. She knew what the money was meant for, a dream house. But reality demanded otherwise. Emergencies, bills, and family needs always came first. The money was a blessing, but also a source of guilt. She spent it where it was needed most, not on the house Marco dreamed of. Each choice was painful, but necessary. A mother's love meant putting her children's needs above all else. That night, Marco finally asked, "Nay, the house? Where did the money go?" Tears welled in ailing Rosa's eyes as she revealed the truth. The money had saved lives, not built walls. Elena's kidney treatments, Cardo's accident and surgeries, each crisis swallowed the funds meant for the house. Hospital bills, medicines, tuition for nieces and nephews, even helping neighbors after a typhoon. The millions Marco sent became a lifeline for the entire family. Aling Rosa managed it all, sacrificing her own comfort for her children's survival. She chose her family's health over her own dreams. The house Marco imagined was traded for the lives of those he loved. The truth was heavy, but it was the reality of their survival. The money had built something more important than a house. Marco's anger faded, replaced by awe for his mother's quiet heroism. She had lived in poverty so her children could survive. Every peso he sent was a choice, her comfort or their well-being. Aling Rosa never spent on herself, only on food for the family. She was the family's treasurer, doctor, and protector. She shielded Marco from the harsh truth so he could focus on work. "Why didn't you tell me?" "Nay, he asked. "I wanted you to have a dream," she replied. "Your dream gave me strength too." Her selflessness was absolute. She was willing to appear as if she'd wasted the money, just to protect her son. Marco realized a mother's love isn't measured by gifts or houses, but by sacrifice. She kept the family together, their true foundation. The millions weren't wasted. They were invested in family. Marco finally understood the depth of his mother's love. The next day, Marco called a family meeting in the small hut. Elena and Cardo, filled with guilt and gratitude, explained their struggles. They'd wanted to tell Marco the truth, but feared disappointing him. Marco embraced them, saying, "Your health is more important than any house. Money can be earned again, but family is irreplaceable." In that cramped hut, forgiveness and unity blossomed. They decided to build a simple, sturdy home together. Marco used his savings for materials. Cardo helped with construction. Elena managed meals and the budget. Neighbors, grateful for Aling Rosa's past kindness, joined in. They worked from sunrise to sunset, laughter filling the air. It was hard work, but their hearts were light. They weren't just building a house, they were rebuilding their bond. Aling Rosa watched, her heart overflowing with joy. This was her true dream come true. Soon a new house stood where the old hut had been. It wasn't a mansion, but it was strong and filled with love. During the housewarming, Aling Rosa gathered her children. "My real treasure is the three of you," she said, eyes shining. Marco finally understood. His mother's happiness was never about material things. For OFWs, your sacrifices are immense, but remember, your family's real needs may be unspoken. The greatest gift isn't money, but time and attention. A simple call or honest conversation can mean more than any remittance. Let's check on our parents, ask how they really are, and let them share their burdens. Communication bridges the distance. Marco chose to stay in the Philippines, realizing time is the most precious currency. Don't wait until it's too late. Cherish every moment with your parents. A mother's heart finds its home in the love and presence of her children.